Impromptu stream. Waiting for an opponent. I think I'm gonna play some more linear stuff. Vader FN or Anakin FN, Funkar, Phasma, stuff like that. Pretty much get some Gen Con Vader FN or Anakin. All right, so that's all working. Sam, you busy? Can't get an opponent. Guys, I can't get an opponent. Alright. Yep, everybody's working. Nobody's a at home bum like me right now, I guess. I'm trying to think, like, what would be reasonable versus unreasonable to throw at each other? Because what was it, emo kid? I think emo kids versus other things would be interesting to watch. Sam, you got to get better, my friend. Fourth isn't good enough. You got to win all of them. Don't let anybody win. Wrecked, Sam. Very wrecked. So anyone that's on Twitch that's watching right now, Sam Samino, good buddy of the Hyperloops, who we've talked to about like guard and stuff like that. He's been playing Rainbow, and he's been topping events, but not closing out. And I don't know. It's always good to hear, people and success stories, but kind of unfortunate can't finish out. Let's see. I'm going to try to pronounce your name, gentleman on Twitch. I'm going to go with Leveniuch, and I have no clue if I said that well. Thank you for checking in. But yeah, so I don't have an opponent, so I will play both sides if I... let me shuffle first. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Oh, we got a player. We got a player. No, I always have to try. I work in retail sales, so every time I see a name, I have to try to say it. Let's see. When people don't take seats, you force them in the seat. Need to get good. I'll start it with Anakin FN. He said he's new, so I don't want to play anything super controlling. SC Steven is over? It's not super over. Like, there's probably some place that's like within 4 hours of you. We have another store champ Sunday, and I think I might play in the Saturday one for Artificery. You should check into it if you do not know. If you don't know about the Artificery event, you're probably not on Discord, and you should probably get on Discord also. Discord is very clutch for this game. I don't know, man. Sam, in your areas, what though? Like, there's probably something 4 hours away. Google does wonders. Not that dedicated. So this match is pretty interesting. Primarily because the reason I run Anakin is because he's just as poor as IG-88, but he does better damage. Alright, so with this hand, I would keep these three. Because we can autocast this, and this can flip into that. We are not looking at an opponent that has Disrupt available to them. So this is an automatic for us. And then the other two cards will probably just pitch to rerolls. Our first target here is going to be IG-88 because we do not care about FN. I don't know how to say this, but like FN's pretty much a poor bastard. Like, so FN's the only one going to be making money via himself. IG can't. IG's just going to be like a beat stick. So if we just kill him, even if FN's doing stuff, FN can't go super duper broken because he can't easily cycle things like rocket launchers or logistics into more resources. He could arms deal, which is pretty common in IG-88 deck, but they're not very efficient. Like, the damage output I expect to probably put out this round is 8 damage if I'm uninterrupted, and that's kind of like on the slightly lower side, because I'd expect to put like 4 damage between Anakin's dice, maybe 1 damage here, that's 5, and then 3 damage between 3 dice off of these 3 cards. So things can get very hairy. Like, this could easily be 10 plus damage to IG-88. So a mistake that a lot of people make is they'll see the removal in like an FN deck and think that you're trying to cast that round 1, and that's really not how it goes. A lot of your removal is for like after round 1, because then you can dance around your resource issues because you already have 1 weapon down. So he got a 6 and I got a 6, and he's dead. 8 is unlikely. Yep, okay. So we'll play on that. I'll grab some shields. We super protect the Anakin because we do not care about FN. FN is pretty much like a speed bump here. What ends up happening is if they kill FN and Z6s get moved over, Anakin just becomes completely insane. So we force them to kill Anakin, and if they don't, we just win anyways, and we don't care. So he infamouses. I'll hold out just to see what happens. I'll leave that there. I'll roll out Anakin. So I'm going to reroll all 3. And the reason I'm going to reroll all 3 is because I'm looking for relevant sides. I'm fine with the 1, the 2, or the special. And the thing is that I'm also trying to hit something off the holdout that's viable. So like this right here was good. The only dilemma here now is that because this is showing a blank and I can't use it, it's awful. Like, The other two came up good for us, so I might just take the shot off the Force Illusion, because I'm going to cast both other cards. Alright, so he took our 2, which changes everything. I'm fine just giving up the holdout here now. Because the important thing is going to be able to resolve the Z6 twice. So it's kind of unfortunate that the two sides we got on the holdout, neither one was efficient for us. We're not going to take the risk on that. We'll take the 1. If I had opted to just give up holdout entirely, I could have just enraged into Z6, and if I found that resource, it would have set me up to do the 3. But it's fine. So this is more or less the reason why I didn't pitch the Force Illusion, to try to get something from the holdout. There was only 50% of the die, or we were fine with 66% of it because of the +2, but we were really not happy with any other part. I don't have any modified sides here, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna 1 the IG. So the reason I'm resolving the 1 is because I had a 50% to increase like how good it was, but I wanted to see him claim first. If he didn't claim, I have the option to claim for 2, which is my expectation of the best I can get now out of these rolls, which is exactly what happened. So I'll just do the 2 and put him at 3. The reason I rerolled the shield was because I was happy with 66% of the die. If I got the shield back, I was fine. Then I had 2 shots for damage and 1 shot for a resource. So you win some, you lose some on the the rolls, but you just move on. Roll better, scrub. I don't need to roll better. That's why I'm not a scrub. So all of his resources are gone. He has 2 dead sides on the thermal now. I'm really not sure why the thermal wasn't on FN. Like, there wasn't any reason to not put it on FN. Because if he was going to blow it up, he was just going to blow it up. Like, the rest of it didn't matter. We're going to roll an Anakin first. Alright, so we found a gun side. So it means we can actually cast F11D first. And then have cycles with the vibro knives. It's reflex. I'm gonna try to zoom in on the dice while people are re-rolling and doing stuff. Alright, so he has 4 damage. The thermal still doesn't do anything. Yes, it is. It is very much the only deck that doesn't care if you hit Anakin's freaking +1. You're like, yay! I'll take the money. So we now have a new thing that just came live because of that resource we pulled. And what that is it means if we hit on, like, we can actually go vibro rocket launcher, assuming we were not trying to pay for that 3, but we're definitely going to use that 3. So he has no money. Our buddy has a bunch of health left. So we will roll out first. And I got a bunch more money. A whole lot of money. So we can def switch into a rocket launcher at the end of cycles now. He would have to hit resource to use thermal, and he would also need to hit a 1 on FN. Actually, no, he can just thermal. He can rebel for the. Okay, so this is actually problematic now. I have to ISO that so he can't kill my guy. Yeah. I originally didn't take into consideration that of ISOing the 2 because of my damage, but what I didn't think about here was that he would claim Rebel War Room to do thermal. What? 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 Hold on, hold on, hold on. No, no, no. He has 2 die on IG. I don't know what. All right, we're gonna continue, but that. No, my man, come on, dude. Like you made me ISO you, and then you armed to the teeth the thermal. I I don't even know how to proceed. I I don't know, man. I'm gonna grab 2 resources. Maybe he's trying to get me to claim or something? Okay. We're gonna go with the first vibro. I may not do the second one, because I might just want that for a reroll on Rocket Launcher and the Z6. So if I do 6, 9, okay. Did he only have 3 damage? Okay, yeah, because I'm counting the 1. Yeah. So yeah, back to what I was doing. The other vibro is not relevant there for damage that we would like need to hit, but re-rolling is relevant. Okay, so we have lethal here now. There's no reason to not just kill him. And I don't think the 1 damage is relevant for this, so we'll take the resource because I could do some chaining things off of the vibro. I think he was playing pretty well up until that point where he armed to the teeth the thermal. So like what would have made sense there is if he like claimed thermal or like cast something small and then had the ability to armed it. So like let's say he hunker downed and then killed it with armed, but there he had the option to do 6 damage and not use a card from hand, and he chose to do 1. That's just not good. Like I don't really have much I can say to that. So he can't roll out with that. Which one of these is gone? I'll just roll out because I don't think I can be punished. So we have 5 there. And it's pretty bad odds of us losing the guy just because of manipulate. Like he has to hit the 2 and the 1 to kill my FN off of this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to manipulate, and I don't care about additional stuff right now. So we're going to change this into that. And I'm well aware I can manipulate the rocket launcher from a blank to a blank. But if I feign ignorance, it sets me up to anger. So then I don't have to concern myself with anything. My expectation is for my guy to not die here. So I'm just going to roll out. Technically, that third resource could daisy chain into a kill, but the odds are not high. He cannot hit the damage side for me to anger him with it. So I'll just enrage here. He doesn't have a resource showing, so he can't fair trade. So I'm not concerned with that. I probably should have vibroed as soon as the resource showed up, though, just in case he had fair trade, because that could have put him in a better situation to deal with me. But it would have been 2 to 3, so it would have been like hugely awful. But yeah. So I have 5 damage showing right now. I'm pretty confident we can get the kill this round. I plan to cast the F11D in case you didn't know. The F11D has crazy good options to hit for mass damage. Or at least 2 at least. Okay. So F11D does 2 damage to him. F11D is kind of ridiculous because if you look at it as a card, 3 of its side do 2 damage. Then it has a resource and a +1. So like sure the 2 for a cost matters, but at the points where you don't care about it, it's completely bonkers. Because what other 2-cost weapon gives you, in theory, 2 damage per turn when you're rerolling like that often? Alright, so he claimed, so we need 10. So let me do the math here. So if we leave that 4, that's 6 left to get between these. This should be 3. Now he took the 2 damage. He had a shield. So if I'm assuming this is correct, then I just reroll these 3 because of the potential damage to kill. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So we just need 50% on this one side, or I can take 50% on this die. Okay, whatever. Legally marry a gun. Or actually, I guess I put this there since that's what matters. Yeah. So this comes back, that comes back, this comes back. No, you could technically cast Force Illusion on Vader, but there's no reason to. So, like, in the deck, we have 8 redeploys. We just switch them out, and when they die, they move to Anakin. There's no reason to cast on Anakin. There's a bulldozer. Bulldozer's coming for the house. So it's like, boom. So, like, math-wise, he's just completely screwed because Anakin's at full. There's no reason for him to roll. Anakin should not be rolling here. Like, you're playing IG, you should have a million weapons. There should be, like, Commanding Presence should not be in the deck. It's an ability, you don't get to roll. Alright, let's just try to put him out of his misery. Dead. Commander's always that good. But yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. This looks like a Magnify. Oh, man. So it's like alt, but better? Hey, guys, you can see dice now. You'll actually be able to see dice. I can probably remember to hit M. I really hate hitting alt, though. That new TTS tech. Rebind alt to that. I wonder if you could just leave it on. Can you toggle M and just leave it on? I don't even know where the buttons thing is. That's how messed up my stuff is. Alright, let me see if we'll flip a coin for this one. My text is obsolete. There should be a coin flip here. Twitch is always better. Damn it, now I need to die. Let's see. Is that a 3-sided die? Alright, reflex it is. I always change teams by accident. So we'll reset. Yeah, Twitch is better. I don't know the settings on YouTube. I've never touched it. I do have to fix them, I guess. Play something silly? I don't have silly stuff. I only have broken things. Technically, Anakin FN is silly, but it's beyond insane for damage. We'll do it one more time. I'll switch out decks to the next one after. I don't know. I felt like the guy was in a solid position until he gave up the thermal. That thermal scared the bejeebus out of me. I would have had to have immediately switched weapons. As soon as he armed, it was just like, oh, I'm safe? Okay. Oh, man. This is the race right here. This is the race of impending doom. See how this M works. Alright. See if I can remember to magnify for you guys. That looks awful. But alt looks terrible sometimes too. For this, it's fine. So I don't have any sort of enrage. I don't care enough about stopping his... Actually, I kind of do care about stopping his damage, but I'm not going to. The question here is whether to keep the Z6 or not. I'm expecting to reroll, so I'm going to keep it just because of how good it is. But it's not always the best option. In general, because I think I'm going to race and there's that cargo hold, I want to keep it. We got the enrage, so we're good. You can pretty much beat any deck. If you like hit enrage in a Z6 at the beginning, you probably win like every match. So 4. He wins. So he can pick cargo, and it'll be the scariest thing on earth for him. You may have FN's life. It is yours. Alright, so he's going to try to switch this fast hands over. So what we're going to do is we're going to enrage first. Because it is very possible. It's very possible. Oh, okay. Oh, man. We're going to throw out the vibro knife. I'm probably not going to resolve it. Or I might. I'm going to leave that there for the... Manipulate? Would I leave it there for manipulate? I'm going to leave it there for manipulate. It may be a misplay. I can get 2 cards from his hand, guys. Because, like, he's definitely going to want to cunning me. Not hitting damage just sounds awful. And he would have to reroll quite a bit anyways. We're going to keep the manipulate. Alright, so we're not even going to manipulate him. We're going to make him discard and then Z6 and get a reroll. Oh my god. Please switch that. Please. Maz the Cunning. Thank God. I have to thank this man at a later date. We're gonna... Oh, oops. Yep. I don't know what he's... Yeah, he gets one more because the fast hands. I forgot about it. So, we got a Ewing out of his hand. most interesting thing about the Z6 is that it's going to get cargo holded, and we're totally okay with it. So I think we have to go kill Maz here because of the cunning. If he cargoes his own stuff, we're okay with it. But there's pretty good odds he's gonna cunning our stuff. So like we'll activate like this and let him cunning. I mean, because if he doesn't cargo here, then he's just taking damage. So if he passes, I put the 2 on Maz, and then I think he'll actually claim and move the cunning. Yeah. Alright, so he didn't, so we're fine. We'll reroll. I'm not going to reroll the 1, because I think every 1 matters right now. So we have 6 for Maz. So she's going to fold up like paper. This is the dice, guys. I still can't remember to use the stupid M, but we're trying. So we hit another Vibro Knife and a Force Illusion. So if he casts something, I think I might take the Vibro Knife play and try to kill him. He could also have like a hit and run into something here. So he whiffed pretty immensely. So we're not going to Vibro Knife just because there's amazing odds to actually just kill Maz here. He could have defensive positions, but we won't care. The 1 still kills. If he Duggins, we Vibro Knife and resolve melee, which would kind of just be obscene versus him. If he plays a DL44, I'm actually going to remove 1 of Anakin's dice, the 2s, because I don't want to run into DL into a defensive position. So whilst it's counterproductive from that standpoint, it's the smartest play here. Actually, probably should have removed the. So let's kill her. So we no longer have any huge concerns about any of that stuff. We're going to Force Illusion. Should he throws here? Yeah, I'm going to end up blocking the 2 no matter what. So like if he claims he can move the Force Illusion, but then we don't care. The interesting thing here is now that this Vibro Knife, as long as it misses the blank, helps answer versus his 2. So now he has to reroll, and it's only 33% for that Poe die. I could have left the 4 there also. He would have just done the 4 to FN and then claimed to move the Force Illusion. But getting him to pitch, ooh, very relevant, planetary. So none of that does anything for him. I don't really care about moving or claiming here. I'd rather get whatever damage, I think. No, because I don't want to play against defensive positions. So, I don't think... What I could get? 2-3 damage? Resources? Having the battlefield here and not letting him dug in would be the most relevant. And we're going to leave Anakin alive with the Z6. So what this gets us now is... And I'm going to keep the Imperial because of a rocket launcher. What this gets us now is a huge threat, because we get to smash the Z6 first. So, like, Poe can just go take half health damage here, which he did not. But it's fine. So we will... Let's see, what's my expectation of cards he has? I think I plan to just remove whatever he's doing anyways. Don't particularly care about holdout. Okay. So yeah, that would do 8 damage to Mr. Poe. Two special. It's all about the Hayden. Hayden! I love you more than I love sand. He can't defensive positions, he can't dug in, he can Lothcat here. Doesn't have it, he rerolls. So we will 6 him, put Anakin to 10. There was a really interesting interaction here too, because it would have been really awesome to be able to kill himself off of the last special. And forcibly remove the Z6 if I chose to. I could have also just isolated the 2. But I get to wait and see. I may keep the Vibro Knife if I think he'll claim and have it dug in and I can't kill him this round somehow. But the new question is this: will he kill Anakin or will he 7 FN? If he goes for FN, then here. Okay. That's fine by me. So what does Cargo Hold get him? So Holdout Blaster will only work on... Yeah, we hold out automatically. We're happy with 50% of the die. If we fail, we just roll out. We probably don't re-roll. Alright, so we'll get 1. And then we roll out. So he'd have to move the holdout, which would be pretty bad. Yeah. Just be a conundrum. So we have 1 and we need 3 here. We get rid of doubt because we can use ISO at the beginning of next round if we like super whiffed. Let me think. I think we just go for the kill. I don't think one does anything for us, and we can just overwrite. Alright. So we have a lot of cards to be able to kill off of the first initial roll. So what we'll do is we'll put a shield here. So he'd have to what? Thermal? And then we 2. We don't need this anymore. We want Z6s and rocket launchers. Ew. Is this that weak shit I've heard about? I could have just claimed and rolled. Alright, so no hit and run. He can't kill Anakin off of that. He could only like defensive positions. And he can't defensive position then win, so I got this. Lucky they didn't roll 2 grays. But yeah, Anakin hits insanely hard. Cargo hole was a minor annoyance. But let's play something else. Nope. On Twitch, Jay Strick asks if I earn Tactical Mastery. I do not, because it costs money. If Anakin kills himself off of his special, what ends up happening is he does 3 damage first and wins prior to killing himself. So once he does the 3 damage for the win, that's it. Where... Oh yeah, dude, I don't know what the hell happened. I guess my Phasma deck name is just too long. And it changed itself. Let's see if we can edit the name. No, see, now it says it. That's so weird. I feel like I'm playing against the same person here. What? Alright, versus Pomaz, we need gasoline and that. I'm different, don't worry. Now turning off stream. You can cheat, it's okay. Makes life harder. 4 versus 4. One thing I never considered is how messed up Cargo Hold could be versus Phasma. Just flip the one over. I can't tell if you're reading. Okay. We're gonna put 1 on the Trooper and 1 on Phasma. I tend to go 1 and 1 because I don't care if the Stormtrooper dies, but I care about random bad things happening to Phasma. What is my concern here? I guess I don't have a huge concern. I think this is the most relevant of all the cards available. Okay, hold on. I'm bad. I'm bad. We're just gonna take this. Like, I'm playing with Guardian, and I'm just like, no, why would I do that? Oh, he's back to fair times. This man has to actually roll. I'm fine with that. I'll take the 1. Long con. So he still has cargo. We'll get rid of that. Logistics, too. But I feel like I'm going to get hyperspace jumped here. Play DH. The reason I'm casting these 1 costs over, like, 2 cast cost cards, that's stunk, is because if he cargo holds, it doesn't have a huge effect. Man, that thermal came out hot. It was like, boom! So, I think I'm actually fine being short damage. I want money. He can move DH if he wants. And he got more money. What are you gonna play on me, dude? What are you gonna play? I'm gonna do 1 over here, just because you wanted to play that long con. Yeah, you can move this Imperial Discipline over. So, I need damage here, or I could just cast all the stuff in my hand. I can get both. I can just get minor damage. I think this is the better normal card. So we've got Poet 3, which isn't really some sort of huge win in and of itself, but it's very solid in general. I can't get to his resources though. Like that's some crazy stuff right there. We're gonna roll out the Stormtrooper. So the reason I took that with the Stormtrooper is because the thermal would have killed him. He really had 9, didn't he? Because he had started with 2, Long Con got to 5, Logistics was to 7, 8, 9 for a round. And we now have taken away both of his dice. So let's go put a shield on our buddy Guabian. Then we will eat that because we don't want to deal with that either. So the only thing that stinks here is that the cargo has a huge effect for removing my die. means he can kill somebody with it. That's friends in low places. So yeah, he's a lost cat also. All right. Guess we hunker down. So if he focuses to 1 damage, it actually has no effect on us, which was an option he had. Savage Stand will help in future rounds, but like we're in a real bad spot here. Because it's Phasma versus this crazy world of stuff. Yeah. Too many crazy things happened, and I got way too many like upgrades out for it. Versus most normal decks, I wouldn't have taken this amount of damage. I really couldn't do anything here. I guess I could have rerolled for damage. It just didn't make sense because I didn't expect to have to play against 9 resource Polmaz. And the Guardians didn't. The Guardian still took damage even when I eat the stuff. So we'll eat 3. So we'll kill the Stormtrooper and shift these over. Alright, so now it's Super Phasma versus the world. Super Phasma's not long for life. He can't roll focus if his job depended on it though. I don't have any way to block that. Only one Lothcat is gone. Let me think. I need all 3 to represent max damage. I don't think he has a special that does something here. He definitely has that Lothcat though. So the question is which way is the best way to do this? Oh yeah, I'm not villain. Our best way to win is to move that DH or DL and somehow kill him as the one of the first actions. So we'll get rid of this. I probably need that to survive, but I'm not going to. We'll get rid of that. I was hoping for like a bait and switch. Oh no, I did. Yeah, I was hoping for a bait and switch. Shh. So we did the job. We killed the Poe. Now to see if we can save the world. I forgot to eat his resource. God damn it! I forgot salvage stand. Hmm. I think because of the way I need to hit damage, because I roll, he rolls. I need to be able to kill him. I need to switch this into that and then claim. Oh, he's casting a rocket launcher. Well, that's obscenely bad now for me. Forgot the salvage. Alright, so I have the bait and switch too, so like this is going to be pretty savage, because if I lose again, that was me that cost myself the match. Yeah. Oh, no. Did I win? No, I'm short. I need, what, two? This is two sides, that is two sides. Yeah, I cost myself the match because I forgot salvage. It only takes small little things like that when you're playing fair stuff to mess up and lose. See, I'm trying to think like I don't know. Yeah, no, the one mistake was huge. It let him cast a rocket that he shouldn't have been able to cast, and then he shouldn't have had the money there after I like eat and he smuggles. Hmm. Does 3 damage, defeats player, wins. Alright, so we're just waiting on someone, and you'll probably see my screen change in a second to my POS system. Get that out of the way. So while we're waiting on people, I'm just doing work stuff. So yeah, the cargo hill there was interesting because it kept like setting me back, and I just kept getting weapons. But then after that, like Phasmas was like boom, boom, and it was short one damage or that one salvage stand for the kill. Not today. Trand, no one has flipped the table today. So since I'm not playing right now, can you guys tell me how bad it is on YouTube so I can figure out, is it like the sound? Is it the video? Like how jacked up is it? Okay. Uh, well, everyone was telling me on Twitch it actually just looks much better, or it is better. And all of my settings were originally done for Twitch. I don't know. They didn't tell me. They just said Twitch is better. All right, sounds good, guys. If you guys have questions about any of the stuff, I'd say ask now since we have no opponents. People don't love us. Off to Twitch I go. Here you go. Both people are getting the link. I meant to send that straight to YouTube. Oops. And we still got nobody. Oh man. Kinjokovic. Okay. I don't know. I got nothing then. I go by what I'm told. So let's see. I don't know. I think the current Phasma deck just took out Rocket Launcher for Jetpack. I don't say it's Jetpack. I don't run the sabotages. I tend to just try to play around Funkar because I'm lazy. I really despise like completely dead cards. This confiscation will probably become a sabotage, and I'll just run one. And I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay running one sabotage. So let's just make that change now. Because I keep trying to, like, I was using confiscation to like lift like 4 solutions and stuff, but I guess it just doesn't matter. whereas Imperial Inspection is the bane of existences. Ah. Just reset board state. Thanks, Tran. Tran says he enjoys the podcast and the website, by the way. Appreciates all the work we put into Destiny for us fanboys. I wouldn't call you guys fanboys. I'd call you guys fans. You know? Fanboys are usually a little crazy. But J-Strick, the reason I don't run Tactical Mastery is because I tend to, like, in the current format, I play so slow that one action usually doesn't do it for me. It would be at the end of the game. So I could run it as a one-of, and then I would have to randomly find it, which is fine. I just tend to not have spaces in most of these decks that I'm playing because they haven't been completely tweaked out. So like if they were just completely... I hate when that name's all messed up. I don't know why it's messed up either. Ooh, Django Veers. Dude, I haven't seen this in forever, but like it always plays pretty well. I don't know why I have two Guavian dice, don't ask me, man. I can copy paste everything I see. Alright. So, we're looking at these. We know we're playing against Django Veers on Carbon Freezing. He's probably going to have Duggins, but I think I can play around those. The Hunker Downs are going to be relevant. I don't see myself casting Shock. So I'm going to put those three back and look for something a bit more explosive. Bait and switches. He doesn't like you. Or just a bunch more weapons. Okay. It does get surprise kills, but most of my kills actually just go at the end of my round, and very seldom am I stuck in those situations where I have to like start the round and crush somebody. So he got a 6. It's his choice. He took well, no, sorry, he did not take shields. We're gonna eat so much damage. I don't know if I can eat that much damage actually. We're gonna go like that for shields. Like we can eat when Veers rolls out, and we can't really do anything to Django. So we'll see what he does. DT29. We're gonna F11 here. Holy crap. I need a spice for my dice. I take them off. Failure, my friend. Failure. I got nothing. 2 tickets to paradise. So I think I put the Hunker on the Stormtrooper. The reason I would questionably not put it on Guavian is because Guavian didn't already have a shield. So what ends up happening is that, I don't know, even if my opponent's cheating, that's fine. But if he after playing Friends and Low Benefits, it's pretty like non-existent. He's gonna pass. Yeah, shield. The Veers play is the interesting one, because normally you would put Veers out so that I would eat a die, so that you would then roll Django and have that one Veers die plus the rest of your dice. So now he's giving me the option to split them. He's also not allowing himself rerolls. So Guavian will take the 2. So he has to reroll here, and then we can eat something else after. So 1 plus 2 special 1. So that's why we went an 8 to 2. I've got 2 blank plus 1 and a focus. So right now we're representing a total of 5 damage. I expect him to reroll Django, the DT, and the Veers. Or not. Oh, he got the thingy. So he can bait and switch over. What? But he could have bait and switched for 4. I no longer know what his plan is. I just know I don't want to lose Hunger Down for free. So we'll take that 1. I think I'm going to keep the +1 off of the F11D. I guess I'm really content with 60% of the die. If I have a 1 showing. So actually, no, I'll probably re-roll that because I think I have 2 re-rolls in my hand minimum. He might put the 4 into Stormtrooper. But realistically, Stormtrooper would die before that threat of the Hunker Down goes away. So we will pitch the holdout. We roll these 3. So I got blank +1 and discard. That one, okay. So in case we get money, I'm going to keep the Imperial. Because I think on this subsequent action, I'll probably cast a piece of removal. There's something like 40% to hit resource. But I guess we'll just take whatever. So we're going to 7 into Django. Django's the huge threat here, whereas the others we don't particularly care about. Okay. Because I got rid of 2 holdouts and used an F11D, I wasn't going to pitch the Imperial Discipline. I do need it. So if he plays a weapon, I hunker to maximize the shield usage. Well, in that case, I cast Imperial Discipline. DH is fine. I'll cast my DH after. So salvage doesn't work anymore. The reason I cast those 2 over the hunker is because I didn't expect him to actually roll. Him rolling would let me roll to eat a die, and then he'd cast the Django. So like even the salvage stand could have been questionable there. So we're gonna hunker down and get a shield. I'm essentially giving him the option to force it. Okay, never mind. Alright, whatever. I'll roll the big guy. Interestingly enough, a bait and switch here would have forced him to die after, because I have a resource, +1 melee, +2, and a blink. He got 6 damage total, ranged, but that's not enough to actually kill anybody. He'd have to bait and switch to kill. He could kill the Stormtrooper, but we don't even care about the Stormtrooper. So let's say he pitches to reroll, then I'd probably take a shot with the Stormtrooper, because I have 5 effective health. And I want to force him to kill the Stormtrooper. But if he rerolls, I could also just cast He Doesn't Like You from my hand to reduce his damage. He has a few different options. It's very hard to give up any of the dice I have showing, because it represents being able to roll them, have the damage for the kill, him, yeah, He Doesn't Like You something, and then me pulling it back. Okay. So since he did that, we're going to eat the 2. So I'm going to allow him the chance to do 4, but the 4 won't kill anybody. He could bait and switch to kill, but then he has 1 card left in hand, and he still wouldn't have rerolled Veers yet. So like if he bait and switch killed here, I'd be perfectly content with it. I'd still have Stormtrooper and the Hunker Down shenanigans to go. So Stormtrooper will take 1. Killing Stormtrooper here makes the most amount of sense. But if he takes his reroll, like, he could end up whiffing all of his damage and losing his guy. Or actually, if he takes the reroll, he does die, because I kill him with Stormtrooper. So he has to do the 4. If he does that, if he overwrites the DH, he loses the 2. his best available option is to kill Stormtrooper if he's trying to overwrite into a redeploy. Well, thanks, deck. Hate you too. So, okay. So when you read it, he doesn't like you because he claimed, and I'm likely to cast the Electroshock at the start of next round. Or I'm likely to do none of that, just try to find the stupid damage. Okay, there we go. Took forever. Django dies, both weapons are gone. He doesn't have a shield showing, so I'm not going to do any of the Guavian stuff, because it doesn't do anything. But we have enough removal now, where it's not a huge threat. Or Veers isn't a huge threat. He only has one side that's 2. That's realistically all that we care about. I'd say we're averaging at least 4 damage a round, because between these 3 dice, one of them should show 2, and we can like fake focus to the second one. He lost electroshocks. He would still have access to like Duggan. But he needs to cast a weapon, because 4 damage doesn't even kill Guavian. Alright, so we got a DT. We'll roll out Phasma. That's pretty horrifying stuff right there. I don't particularly need 2 flanks, but I can eat dice no matter what. So let's get rid of a flank to reroll these 2. I guess I could have just switched this to a 2. Yeah, I should have just moved that to a 2 and force him to cast like he doesn't like you or something. Because then I have the access to the shot for the last die, and DT is almost impossible to hit regular. So we'll shock the 2. He can do 2 damage. We're probably doing 7. So we'll do 6 and then back up. So that man is living on borrowed time. We kept a flank just because we did. Bait and switch pretty much seals the deal though. If he casts an upgrade, we roll out Phasma and then should be able to kill off of it. In theory. So he's got the Duggan. Well, Friends in Low Places just to see what he has in hand. So we'll take the other Duggan. You can keep swiftness and he doesn't like you. Tobacco muscle kills him in the next round, so I'm not quite sure what his entire goal is. We'll take that 2 again. So Guavian's still alive if he does those. And then if he does those, he also can't cast. He doesn't like you. I guess I could have just baited him. But then I couldn't do, what, 4 damage? I probably couldn't. I could do 4 damage, but it's not likely. The bait and switch will end it. I gotta be careful. Delete stuff. So, Jango Bears is always interesting. It's just they can't take those big hits. Like losing your guy round 2 for Jango Bears is huge. Let's see. I gotta go find out what the stupid phone cost. Tiny Grimes. Uh-oh. Did I miss a message? Probably. Didn't see it. Okay. Sorry, guys. I gotta stop for now. I got some Gen Con testing. And, sadly, it has to be 2 eyes only. When I'm doing some other stuff, I'll probably be back after. I gotta cook. But, check for me. And I will be here. Sorry for the impromptu end of the stream. Yes, 4 eyes only. Well, 6 eyes, I guess. Tiny's got 4. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back later tonight. Look for me. Thanks for watching.
Okay, bye.